Bundy Bears Shed. Well, we just got back from our holiday yesterday. A little run we did down south to Deniliquin and went to the Fordson rally down there, and look, it was a great time. But look, the weather report. While we were away, some of the mornings were minus 1.4, and there was a cold breeze a few days, blow right through you, bloody mother-in-law's breath. And but look, we've come home to 17 to 27 degrees in Bundy here. It's lovely spring day. It's very dry. We need rain badly, but there's a beautiful breeze out there at the moment, and without the breeze it'd be quite muggy, quite warm. But there's been a few storm heads around the area, but we haven't got any here yet, and we're having a camp, the old bastards camp here next weekend, so I'd certainly like a little bit of rain before then, just to remove the fire risk and things like that. But anyway, we'll just see. On our trip down south, we did just under about 40 k's under 4,000 kilometres in our 2-week run. It's Sunday now. We got home yesterday on the Saturday, and we left Monday tomorrow, fortnight ago. So, and look, it was a great run, a great drive around the countryside. We saw a lot of things we hadn't seen in a long time. I'd been to quite a few of the places before, but it had been 15 years ago, so quite a lot had changed. And we got down to Coonabarabran, and well, actually we got to Moree. We went from here to Moree, and we camped at Moree Caravan Park for the night and went out to dinner with a friend out there that we'd arranged to meet up at the RSL. And we had a great feed in the yarn to Jen and Buddy. And when we pulled up at the caravan park, the missus said, "It sounds like the car's boiling a little bit." And there was a little noise up on the front left hand behind the grill, and I thought, oh, not real worried about it. I thought I'll have a look in the morning, because I was going to the pub really. We're going out to have a few snappy beers. So next morning I lifted the bonnet up and I had a look around, and I couldn't see anything anything that shouldn't have been there. And can you hear all the birds in the background? No, they're having a bit of a go outside. It might be a snake or a goanna or something. And but anyway, next morning I felt it was a little lazy to start, and driving along, you could just, I don't know, there's just a different smell to the car. It might sound strange, but there was a little different smell to the car. So we pulled up at Coonabarabran, and what we'd do, we'd get up and get on the road, have a cup of coffee, cup of tea, whatever, and get on the road for the day. And then, anywhere between 10 o'clock and lunchtime, we'd look for a small town bakery, and we just rip in and grab just a plain meat pie, and perhaps we'd get a cup or two. And so anyway, at Coonabarabran we saw this little pie shop, so pull out, quick pie shop. And so pulled up there, and I shut the car down, and I couldn't get the ignition out of the key out of the ignition, and we'd been running on the alternator. The battery was just rooted. I lifted the bonnet and you could hear the battery boiling away. And apparently with the Holden Colorado, they did have a battery boiling problem. They were Delco brand batteries from the factory, and they did have trouble with them. And nephew Phil had one boil, and they did it under warranty. But there was a recall on them. But I took mine in last year, and to have a look at it, and they said, "No, yours is right. Yours is good." So. But anyway, we got down the road and the battery boiled, so we just called in our RACQ up here, Royal Automobile Club of Queensland, which we're a member of, and has the roadside breakdown service. And we were right in town, and look, within 20 minutes there was a fella come around the corner and had a look, and off he went, shot again, and brought us a new battery, and we popped a new battery in, and I did a quick voltage test, and we were sitting on 14 volts, so the alternator wasn't overcharging. And so yeah, we followed him around to the workshop, paid him $260 for a battery, and off we went again. So very minimal disruption, but that was the only problem for the whole trip, and I got time to eat me pie while I was waiting for him. So but We tried a few places. Finlay has a good pie shop. Narendra, New South Wales, has a great pie shop. Yeah, there was quite a few we come across along the way, and yeah, so that'd be our meal until the evening meal. Then come evening meal, I'd get the Weber out, or that's a Ziggy, but we'd get the barbie out, and I'd do to cook some veggies in the caravan, and I'd do a couple of steaks on the barbie, and we were all good to go. And so look, it was a great trip. We went to the Deniliquin show. Oh, we got to Darlington Point first on the way down. At Darlington Point, there's a nice little caravan park on the Murrumbidgee River, and we'd done a couple of big days, and we thought, well, let's have a day break there. And it turns out there's a zoo there, 7 k's away, Altina Zoo, and Judy loves zoos, so we said, yeah, let's go and have a look. So off we went, and there was only 5 people on the tour for the day, and they set us up in the back of the ute, and off we went. And look, it was a great zoo. Oh man, they had lions and wolves and African hunting dogs and deer and buffalo, water buffalo, bison, yeah, the big American bison. And when you get near those bastards, their head is like that. Man, is it big. It's just, I was just surprised at the size of the head on those bloody things. If they give you a bit of a nudge, I don't think you'll be looking at tomorrow. And yeah, they were just big bastards. And funny enough, the most dangerous animal in the zoo was a form of, like a deer, and it was like a moose, but it was one down from the moose, and that was the most dangerous animal they had there, even though they had lions and all that. So it was just a cranky bastard. And they had a flock of them, but they'd just lash out at you and just be bricks of things. So but they had ostriches, emus, giraffes, and all that. So we spent the morning driving around with the fella feeding them, and in the back of the ute and having a look around. And it was blowing its ass off. I had my big heavy coat on, and yeah, I was happy to have me back to the wind. I tell you, it was bloody cold. And but anyway, we got back to Darlington, and nice and warm there. Darlington's got a little pub, so I thought, oh, let's go to the pub and have a beer. So went to the pub and had a beer, and there was 4 or 5 locals there. Looked like they were just betting on horses or something, right? But they weren't a chatty lot anyway, so we only had one beer and off we went. So, but we got down to Deniliquin for the Fordson tractor show, and we set up our little Queensland Tractor Spares tent, and I'll see if I can find a picture of that for you. I know Judy took a couple of photos on Facebook. I was that busy talking, I didn't get many photos done. I was bloody chatting away, and we're next to Rally Badgers, Greg and Betty McNeese. And they're great people, good neighbours to have there and have a chat. And but anyway, on the there was 150 something Fordson tractors, and some blokes put in a great effort to take tractors down there. There was a bloke from Bundaberg here. He took a B double down with a vintage truck and a few Fordsons on it. A fella come across from South Australia, and one bloke from West Australia. So a lot of people put a lot of time and effort into making it a great show. And look, it was a great show. There was Fordsons. There was industrial ones, and there was a tug, that used to tow the aeroplanes around in the airports years ago. And look, it was just a good tractor show. And we went down there as guests of the Fordson Tractor Club. They asked us to go down as we sponsor the club, and we sponsor their newsletters and all that sort of thing for them, just to help them along. We've been doing it for a couple of years now. And anyway, on the Saturday night they had a dinner, and we didn't bother about the dinner. It was $50 a head, and the word was that it was booked out. So we didn't bother, and we thought, oh, that's fair enough. We're just happy to have a cook up at the camp and have a few beers, and yeah, certainly be okay. But in the afternoon I said to Judy, how about, would you like to come? We sold a heap of model tractors. You wouldn't know, like, we went down there just to fly the flag for the company, Queensland Tractor Spares, and we weren't there to sell stuff really, but we took some little manuals and a few toy Fordson tractors and some Fergie tractors, little 1/16th scale model things, and we had the tractors for sale for $130 each, which is pretty cheap for them, and books, and so we just put up like a token display. And the main thing was anyone that bought it, and we had a few giveaways and things like that. So and wouldn't you believe it, in 2 days we done $3.5 grand worth of business, and then we've got another couple of grand on the books that we've got to look at and sort through yet. So yeah, bloody amazing. But anyway, we just went down there so people could see who we were, and you know, give them a few stickers and things like that, and a stubby cooler or just whatever. And anyway, come the afternoon, I said to Judy, "Oh, how about take a couple of these toy tractors over?" And because I asked Dawn Milson is the secretary of the Fordson Tractor Club of Australia. Man, doesn't her and her hubby do some work. The club wouldn't be half of what it is without their efforts, I don't believe. But anyway, I spoke to Dawn earlier in the day, and I said, "Oh, the dinner, are you having an auction or something like that?" And they said, "Oh yeah, having an auction, a raffle, and all that." So as the afternoon went on, I said to Jude, "How about we take a couple of these toy tractors up and we'll donate them just as, you know, help the club make a bit of money." And so we picked a couple of tractors. I was never going to give them a foodie, but I thought, "Oh, that'd be rude." But anyway, we sent a couple of Fordson tractors up, and I sent Judy up with them because I thought, "Oh, well, her and Dawn will probably have a yarn and just donate them for money making, you know, so they could raise some funds for the club." And anyway, Judy comes back and she said, "Oh, you better put your duds on, we're going out for dinner." And I said, "Oh, are we?" She said, "Yeah, I was just talking to Dawn, and Dawn said I'll see you at the dinner tonight." And Jude says, "Oh, look, we didn't book, you know, we probably won't be there." And Dawn says, "Oh no, you're going to be there. I'll just put your name on a couple of tables." You know, you sat at about 10 people to a table, so 5 couples to a table. And she said, "No, you better turn up." She said, "I've just put your name on a couple of tables up there." And Jude said, "But we didn't book." She said, "No, you're guests of the club, so it's free. You know, just turn up, make sure you're there." And I thought, "Oh, okay." And we didn't really take any good duds. We sort of, before we left home, we knew we'd booked out, so we didn't worry. So anyway, we put our best duds on, a nice clean work shirt, a Queensland Tractor Spares one, and off we went to the dinner. And look, it was a great feed, 173, 175 people, they were saying, and it was at the RSL club at Deniliquin, which is on the Victoria-New South Wales border. And anyway, they had a couple of guest speakers from, you know, people that had run the Ford Motor Company, and one bloke that helped develop a few of the old Fordsons for Australia, and you know, interesting chats. And then they started they said, "Oh, we've got a few announcements to make," and a couple of people had helped the club, and well, bugger me, next thing they're calling Judy and myself up there, and we're thinking, what's going on here? Bit of a stitch up. And but look, what we had to go up there for was this this plaque in appreciation for what we'd done for them. So there it is. I think you can see it all there. I'm trying to keep the light out as well. So yeah, so we had to go up in front of all these people and have and accept this plaque for the help that we'd given the club over the years. So that was great. We're really pleased about that. It was a surprise, and so when I get the new office done at work, that's going to take pride of place in the new office, and yeah, it's got a little stand that goes with it. And yeah, so that's why we had to go out for dinner. And so it's the Saturday night we went up and had dinner, and yeah, went up on the stage, and then the next day, yeah, a lot of people come up for a yarn and put orders in for tractor parts and did all sorts of things. So yeah, it was a great surprise and a great thing, and yeah, look, we were just stoked. Yeah, so yeah, to the Fordson Tractor Club of Australia, thanks very much. It's certainly unexpected. But while we were down there staying at the caravan park, I had the TV on one night in the caravan just watching the news, and an ad come on for the Henty Field Day. Now, Henty's a tiny little town. It's sort of south of Wagga Wagga and north of Albury. Albury-Wodonga is a city on the Victoria-New South border, and I've always heard of these big Henty Field Days, and everyone reckons, oh geez, they're big. Yeah, you should go to that. So I'd always been wanting to go, so I said to Jude, how about we hang around? And on the Tuesday, last Tuesday, we went to the Henty Field Day, and that was an eye-opener for me. It was oh boy, they had some gear there. I was rooted. We got there at 8 o'clock. It was cold in the morning, and we got there at 8 o'clock, and by 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I was rooted. And I think we saw everything. May have, may not, but it was bloody big. And some of the big grain bins and the headers. When I was out west years ago working, I used to work on grain headers and things like that. But look, the size of them now. The ones I used to work on are about half of the size, maybe a quarter of the size of the big bastards they got now. Man, they're big. And the big mother bins, you know, the field bins, they got 16 wheels under them, spread out. And you know, you turn the bin and the back wheels turn so you can turn sharp, because they'd be 40 foot long, easy. And I never got to speak to someone about how much grain it would hold, but look, if it was 100 tonne or something, I wouldn't be at all surprised. And yeah, with our farming area up here, we're sugarcane, macadamia nuts and small crop sweet potatoes and things like that. So it was a different sort of thing for me to have a look at all that stuff, and yeah, just sheep stuff, which we don't have sheep in Bundaberg, and some of that was interesting just to see the different technology and see how other people farm. But look, it was a cracker day. Judy bought an induction cooktop, and the induction cooktop, you sit it on the bench, and we can actually run it out of the camper too, because you can drop the settings for an inverter. And so there was this deal going. You got this big one, say 12-inch one and a 10-inch one as well, for $329 for these two cooktops. So I was thinking about that, and I was thinking, induction heating, eh? I looked at an induction heater for a bearing one time, and it was like $1,000, $1,200. So I said, "Did you that little one there? I might knock that off for a while." And she says, "What are you doing with that?" And I just want a bloody, I want to put a Fergie rear axle bearing on it and see if it'll heat it up enough to fit it, just to try it. So I'm going to do it. Yeah, she said, "Oh, well, okay." So yeah, I might. I want to buy a little thermal gun first. I used to have one, but I sold it with the business, and yeah, a little infrared thermal gun, and I want to set a bearing cone on there, and see if it'll heat it up. It'll heat it up, I know for sure. But it was a good demo the fella did. He had a steel pot on the top of it with it was about so round, it had like a third of it missing, like a piece of cake had been taken out of it. And he had that sitting on the induction cooktop, and with water boiling gently at 100 degrees C on it. And then next to that, he had a Coke bottle with the top chopped off full of ice cubes, and the ice cubes were just sitting on the top of the thing, so you could put your hand on the heat on the cook plate, and it wouldn't. There was no heat there at all, but the water was boiling because it was actually heating the pot up. And so interesting thing. So yes, I'm going to try and put a bearing on it and just see if it works. It'll be interesting just to measure one even, or something like that, or a steel collar or something, and just sit it on and see. But the pot we had with us in the caravan, Jude was a bit disappointed because the pot we had with us was aluminium, and it wouldn't bloody work because it's got to be like a ferrous iron sort of thing. So, but she's got a couple of stainless pots. Can't be real good stainless because they work, because you'd think stainless not being magnetic may not work. But anyway, yeah, so we went to Henty, and I bought a few little knickknacks just to have a play. This little thing, it's just a little ball that you can stick on the dash of your car or something like that. Then this little piece you stick onto your phone, and you can angle your phone wherever you like, just rolling it around on the ball. And they give you a couple of new sticky pads and all that, and I thought, well, for a couple of machinists you could knock something like that up, eh? Like make a little socket for the ball, and glue the ball in, buy a ball bearing, looks like about 1 inch. And this bit here, you could actually use your ball turning tool, put a radius in there, and put an iridium magnet in the back there, and you could make that. And I thought that'd be handy. You could make that with a camera stand, and you could have the camera at all different angles, whatever you like. So anyway, I bought that just to have a look. I also, you've all seen these blokes that sell these drills that drill through anything. And anyway, there's a bloke there next to where Jude was buying the thing, and he had some. And so I went over for a yarn, and he's asking me had I seen them. I said, yes, I have. And he said, well, how come you haven't bought any? And I said, oh, you blokes are bloody snake oil merchants, really? I think it's a bit of bullshit. And he says, oh no, and we went through a few things, but I said, isn't that just more or less a masonry drill with a carbide tip in it? And he said, no, no, this is tungsten carbide. And I said, well, I don't know. So anyway, we went through, we got a standard masonry drill, and it wouldn't scratch the glass because he's probably rounded the edge off so it didn't have a sharp edge. Then we got this and we scratched the glass, and then we got this and I twisted it round a bit and put a mark on a tile, and we drilled through the tile, and then we drilled through the brick and drilled through the bloody wood, drilled through a truck spring, and anyway, we played with it for a while, and you can put it in the hole and you can bend and bend, and they didn't want to bend, and anyway, I sort of looked at it and I thought, oh, bugger it, why not? And in the end I thought, oh, stuff it, I'll just buy it and I'll do a bit of a review on it. Because I've never bought them. I've always just thought it was a masonry drill with a carbide tip in it that had been sharpened on a particular angle. And he gave me this little stone, and this little stone, he said, oh, when these get dirty, you just rub this on the back edge there, and that's all you do. You don't do anything else. So the stone doesn't look anything special. It says ARTU Germany, but look, it doesn't look as special. Perhaps it is. And the tip on it, it's a bit hard to see, but the tip on it looks like a masonry drill, but the leading edge on a masonry drill is a lot wider, and it goes back on an angle so it can hammer round, where this is closer to the edge. So look, I bought it off him. I thought, oh bugger it, I'm interested enough to have a go, and well, what I'm going to do with it is try and sharpen a standard masonry drill from Bunnings with the exact same angles as on here, and just see if there's anything special about these or not. But just to see, and just to prove it to myself really, and I thought, well, that'll be a good bit of video. We'll just bug around with that and see. But he also chucked into the dealer one of these round hacksaw blades that are cut round corners and do all that. So that was just part of the deal, so that came with it. So all in all, had a great trip. The only thing that went wrong apart from the battery was, instead of winding the legs up and down on the caravan, I've made up a little, this is a 3/8 drive socket adapter, and I've made a triangle in it. You're not focusing real well, with a 3/4 socket, and I just wind the legs up and down with the caravan. And in doing that one day, I was going up and down, and my little switch that changes the Makita here from forward to reverse is playing up, so it only goes one way. So I have to fix that. But anyway, not to worry. We'll get that sorted out. We're having our old bastards camp in the paddock next weekend, so yesterday I've tidied up there and taken the fire ring up, and today I've got to do the barbecue, and I've got to wash the ute today and God, they bug guts get on your ute and bloody caravan. They bite in. I've already done one lap around it with the truck wash and a broom, just a quick one. But now I'm going to have to get the ladder and get up and yeah, actually scrub the bug guts and that off it and get it sorted out. So, but you went really well apart from the battery, which is look, the battery was 4.5 years old anyway, so no harm done there. And on our 4,000 kilometre trip, we averaged 16.5 litres per 100 kilometres. The Colorado sits on about 10 normally because I'm always carrying a bit of a load and all that. So, look, I'm happy with that. It was a good trip. I see I've got a lot of YouTube messages to answer. Look, I will get to them. Yeah, being away, I had a bit of service, and I was mainly looking at stuff on my phone and trying to get the message working on that and logging in. I don't sort of get on particularly well with that, but I'll work through them in the next week and see how we go. I just jumped on and had a quick look at Phil's projects this morning. I had time to have a look there, and Phil's doing got his sticker up here, Phil, and Phil's working with Pierre and a couple of others on doing the something for Keith Fenner's What's in Your Box. And they're doing some jacks, some little screw jacks. So I watched that. So go over to Pierre's project. Sorry, Phil's projects, not Pierre's. It's Pierre's garage or Phil's projects. So go over there and watch what's going on there. It's a good thing. I enjoyed watching it. They're just normal blokes and having a fiddle in the shed, and yeah, see how we go. Well, that'll do for the stew today. This is just to get something back out there, let you know we're all home, and I'll see what I can find in the way of photos. I did take some, you don't want 50 photos of Fordson tractors, I'm sure, and I did take a few from my friends. I put some on my Facebook page, and yeah, if you want to have a look at it, Lance Maskell on the Facebook page, and it's all open so you can read it all, so that's okay. Couple of great campsites. Called into my mate Mick from Mergen. He owns Remco Engineering in Mergen, and we pulled up there and had a camp for the evening, and a couple of snappy ones and a barb, and yeah, the kids cooked us a feed, which was good, and had a catch up and come home from there yesterday. So anyway, look, thanks for watching. I'll see what I get up to. On the bench here, I've been playing with the discs for the tool holders, and yeah, we'll just see how far we get with that. Probably a pretty social weekend next weekend, so I've got a couple of young blokes want to come and muck around in the shed, so that'll be interesting. 15, 17-year-old fellas, so yeah, we'll see if we can work out a little project for them. So anyway, we'll catch you later, eh?